Hey everyone, you are with Sagar Wagh to study Proxy Pattern. In this video, I am going to talk about what is Proxy Pattern, why to use it, when to use it, and how to use it. So let's begin. Well, talking about the definition, Proxy Pattern is a structural design pattern that provides a placeholder or an interceptor for consuming a resource. We will now understand this definition by taking a simple example. So stay with me till the end of this video. Consider a use case where you want to build a file uploader using which you can upload videos, images, or any kind of documents. Let's start by creating an interface iFile uploader, which exposes a method upload accepting a byte array as a file content. After that, we will create a class file uploader which implements iFile uploader and defines the upload method so as to upload the file to the destination. From the consumer point of view, consumer will use, say for example, a factory pattern to get the instance of uploader, and using that instance, it will just upload the file. Okay, this is very simple requirement which we have built so far. Now let's try to enhance the requirement so as to provide different types of checks before we actually upload the file. The first type of check that we are supposed to apply is restricting the types of files that can be uploaded. Like for example, we want to restrict only videos and images that can be uploaded, but the documents cannot be uploaded. So this is the first check. The second type of check is where we want to avoid any kind of uploads if the destination server or cloud is either busy or overloaded. And the third type of check is where we want to allow only specific users to upload the files. Now, from the implementation point of view, you might think to modify the existing file uploader class to support these requirements. Well, if you ask me, that's a bad choice. And why? Because file uploader has a single responsibility to upload the files. Restricting the file types or restricting the users is totally a decision of application. So for example, one application may demand to restrict files for only videos and images, but another application which also uses the same file uploader may have some other types of restrictions. And this is the reason you should not trouble file uploader to take care of these restrictions. Well, the second choice which we now have is to modify consumer code to take care of these restrictions. But for me, this is still a bad choice because we cannot rely on consumer, and there is no guarantee that consumer code will take care of every restrictions, and hence we cannot go via this route as well. Well, this looks funny that we have no other choice to solve this problem. But before we see the actual solution with Proxy Pattern, let's try to note down all the problems that we identified. Well, we had a situation where before consuming a resource, we needed to apply different types of checks like validations, security checks, or availability checks. But then we started encountering problems like we cannot rely on a consumer to implement these checks because we want to restrict as well as hide all of these checks for the consumer. In the second problem, resource itself cannot have these kind of checks because these are the application level restrictions or decisions, but resource should not be really worried about it. So, what should we do in such situations? Where should we implement the logic to have additional processing before we consume a resource? Answer to this question is proxy pattern. As in current case, we have a consumer who wants to upload a file and we have file uploader who uploads the file. Now to solve these restrictions or processing requirement, we need an interceptor. So we build a proxy uploader which implements the same interface. So for consumer, it is still an uploader. Now this proxy uploader will ensure all kind of processing or checks are made before the actual file uploader is instantiated or is consumed. Now to implement it programmatically, we will create a proxy uploader class which implements the same interface iFileUploader. This class will have file uploader as a resource and defining the upload method. Now this proxy uploader class can perform multiple types of checks like if user has access or validate the file extensions or check if the cloud resource is available or not. With respect to these checks, it can now decide to either handle a failure or instantiate the file uploader resource and upload the file. Please also make a note that instead of creating the instance of resource, proxy uploader delayed it until all the checks were passed. This is also called as lazy loading. And now when we see the consumer code, it is still the same. It will keep using the factory to get the file uploader instance, but this time instead of giving the actual file uploader resource, we will provide the proxy uploader for the consumption. Yes, I can smell that question. Proxy pattern almost looks like a decorator and adapter pattern. Yes, it does, but they are not the same patterns. I am going to have another session to actually compare proxy pattern with decorator and adapter pattern. So please subscribe to this channel and stay tuned. And now I request all of you to come back to the proxy pattern and note down the advantages of using it. First one, proxy pattern helps to add a security layer on top of a resource without modifying the resource and the consumer. Secondly, proxy pattern helps to add pre-processing and the post-processing logic for request and response respectively. Proxy pattern supports lazy loading, that is, it instantiates the resource on demand for a consumer and thus saves heavy and costly instantiations. And the last one, proxy pattern helps to decouple validations, security checks or availability checks on resource from the consumer code. Now also note down the other examples where proxy pattern can be useful. First one, proxy can be implemented on top of search engine so as to validate the right consumers and also to add restrictions over the request and response lengths. Assuming a scenario where instantiating the cloud clients like AWS or Azure clients brings you an extra cost, you can build a proxy pattern to ensure that the clients are lazy loaded, that is, They are only instantiated when there is a need. With all this understanding so far, if you still have a question that when should I use proxy pattern, you should ask these two questions to yourself. First one, do you have a use case where you need to consume an expensive resource and you want to save the cost of the consumption by enabling its usage only when necessary? The second question is, do you have a use case where you want to perform security, availability, or validity checks on a particular resource before you actually consume it, and you still want to abstract these checks from the consumer? If the answer to these questions or any of these questions is yes, you should use proxy pattern. Well, that's it. I hope this was helpful and now you understand the proxy pattern. It really doesn't matter whether you are a beginner or an expert. The more you put hard efforts towards anything, the more strong you become. So keep reading more about this online. Try to get more hands-on experience on proxy pattern. This is Sagar Wagh and I am here to explain design patterns in as simple way as possible. Hope OptimusGrowth channel helps you to grow and let you grow the others. Please subscribe for all upcoming videos and do share them with all your friends. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.